Pretty good information here for Rogue. He's in fact going to throw it on a Baneling's Nest because he thinks this might be some sort of Glaives attack, or he might have one or two more Warpins of Adepts trying to get something done on kind of an offbeat timing, either of the natural expansion or the third base from Rogue. So really quick adjustment, and look at that, he even preempted it. Glaives hadn't started before that Baneling Nest got thrown down. Rogue is already working on the answer to Glaives.
That's so sick.
He is dialed in.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because like sometimes you do see players react to something and you're like, huh, well, you know, it's not happening, but I guess, you know, he might have counted Adepts or seen some build. Sometimes if you know the other race well enough, you're like, oh, even if the placement of like one building, you're like, oh, that usually means this. You know, it's like a tell in poker. He had preempted this before the upgrade even started.
Yeah, the Twilight Council was not done yet, and Rogue already had the solution in the works.
That's so sick. Rogue is so good. I think this year is going to be a really good year for Rogue.
Yeah,
Starcraft too.
It's been kind of a slow build-up since he came back from military service, but you can see him getting better and better. He almost won the last RSL against top competition, and look at him. Round one, day one of GSL in 2026, has not dropped a map yet, and looking to be in very good position here in game number 2 versus Zoun.
So he's going to have these Adepts come in now. There are 11 Banelings. It's really all about the Banelings. You want to have your Lings be able to at least kind of surround them. Then the Banes come in, and they do the damage. Now, the Oracles are actually catching these Banes. That's pretty massive.
Yeah, that's really good here for Zoun. He's also able to prepare himself, knowing the Banelings are what he has to deal with. Lings able to surround these first 3 Adepts. 2 of them will barely survive to shade into the main base, but the Queen should be able to clean them up. And for Zoun right now, I think you might want to cut your losses and try and transition. We already see the Templar Archive coming in. I don't think you can get a lot of damage done with these Adepts, even paired up with the Oracles. There's just so many Lings and Banelings, and now +1 melee attack is also done.
Okay. Well, you know, we have to see what these get done, right? The Adepts, they're actually going back home.
I kind of like this decision. I feel like any trade that you try to make with the Adepts on Rogue side of the map just simply isn't going to work. And Adepts are kind of dismal to have in the mid and the late game, but at least it's something, right?
Well, you're right. I mean, this is probably a disadvantaged game, but like he probably would have lost had he just gone in there, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we're going to play from behind and try to recover one way or the other. I love the idea of actually even forcing those 2 gates to cancel. We've got several more gates coming down here, so I think he's going to try to attack in again. Again, like State said, Adepts are not great. Like they're kind of like the roaches of Protoss. Like they're really strong in a specific moment, but like you can't really stay on them forever. They kind of throw their weight around in the mid game.
Charge going to be coming in now for Zoun. So we're going Adept Glaives into Charge. No blink just yet, if I'm not mistaken. It's a really interesting approach against what is a Ling Baneling army, but the way the Rogue is trying to play this right now, it might go Zoun's way. Rogue does have about 80 drones, so his economy is really powerful, but I feel like Rogue is gearing up for a timing attack. We have a drop Overlord already. Overlord speed is now done. Oh no. Zoun moving across the map. It's pretty bold, Tasteless. There are so many Lings and Banelings on the field right now. I am a little bit worried about this Protoss army. Maybe you can at least get the cancel on this hatchery, but I don't think you can stick around after that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Banes, dude. He does cancel the hatchery, so that's going to put Zerg on to 4 base when it would have been on 5. Oh, he's going to have these Banes come in here.
There's no Storm. Instead, it's Archons. Oh, for some reason, mentally, I just thought Zoun was going into Storm. Instead, it's going to be Charge Blood Archon right now, so the Baneling connections are going to be the important thing to watch. Baneling's already getting some pretty good connections right now onto these Glaive Adepts. Because the Adepts just get vaporized by those Banelings, and now the reinforcements coming in. The Hydraling Bane. Oh, I thought maybe the Archons might be enough there for Zoun.
You know, the problem is that when he picks them up, because he's trying to juggle them to the side, then the Banelings just still do their job. So, I mean, what a mismatch. I said this was going to be close. I couldn't have been more wrong. The reality is that, like, Rogue is you know, it's funny. There are so many Zergs complaining about PvZ last year, and I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't know, Rogue seems to really be fine in it. He seems to have a very good understanding. Rogue is like a league above everybody else here. He might win this whole season at GSL. Who knows?
Oh, would love to see a big year of Rogue here in 2026. Right now, looks like Zoun on his last legs. Rogue able to barrel into the natural expansion. Some stasis traps going to get set up here in the main base. Rogue quickly diffusing those, and I just look at the supplies right now, 177 to sub 100. I think Rogue is going to be the first player to advance for the round of 12 today.
Yeah, this game is over. Rogue has won. He's going to get out 2-0. Zoun will be going to the final match here. And damn, dude, I mean, Rogue, one of the most dominant performances I've ever casted of him in a group stage. I mean, he so clearly belongs in the round of 8. No question there.
Complete domination by Rogue. Did not drop a single map today. He's going to be advancing to the round of 8 next week. You'll love to see it. Rogue is back, baby. 2026. Got second place in RSL, and he breezed his way through the first group in GSL Code S.